What is up, guys? Flippin' Steve back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about something a little different, something I've never done before, a video that I've never done a topic on before, and it's going to be on eBay auctions that I have lost over the past month. You may be saying to yourself, Steve, why in the hell do you want to talk about eBay auctions that you've lost? I don't know. You guys voted it in. I took a poll, as you can see. Very close. So guys, go back and vote on that poll. Continue to vote on it, because some of those other topics I will speak on, and I'll just see what to go at next. But you guys voted this one first. Looks like 30% to 27% on the next runner-up. So here we go. Before I get into it, guys, check out the Avengers West Coast number 62 in the background. Another comic book, which I haven't shown in a while for you comic guys. And if you're a comic person, you know that that is the first appearance of the Timekeepers. I bought that long before the Loki series came out in speculation that they put the Timekeepers in the Loki series, and I was correct. So there's the comic book right there. Also, guys, if you're taking anything away from the content, and the comments, whether it's, educational, it helps you out, or whether it's entertaining, maybe you get a laugh out of it, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. You can wait till the end. No pressure to do it now. But if you take anything away from the video, make sure you like, subscribe. Helps out the channel. Also, guys, there is a Market Movers link below. I am an affiliate. I don't push it a whole lot, but I will say that if there's any time that you want to check out a data tool, right now is probably going to be the most beneficial, with coming to the end of the basketball season, coming into the football season, and you're looking for the basements on some of your basketball and football, targets. I find it very useful to help find the basement and entry level on some of the cards. And I can also feel momentum starting to build up in the hobby. Not on everything, but some nice cards of certain players. I'm really starting to see a little bit of a shift to where the hobby's gaining some steam. And it feels pretty good. I mean, I can actually see it happening. So, again, it's not across the board. It's on select things. Choose your targets wisely. Enough with all that stuff. Let's go ahead. Let's get into my losing eBay auctions. I'm going to start off with a couple of Ronda Rousey cards. I figured I wanted to start dabbling in some UFC stuff. Why not start with something that I know? So I was looking at Ronda Rousey stuff. At least I know her as a popular figure, not necessarily the cards. First was a 2017 Topps Chrome Superfractor, numbered 1 of 1. I lost this. It went for $1,026. I bid $1,000, and that's where I went. I didn't know where I felt comfortable going on this card. I knew it was a 1 of 1 Superfractor, not a rookie, but a rare card of her. And I really didn't feel comfortable going any higher because, again, I'm not that familiar with the market. So that's, again, why I backed out. I'll give you guys reasons why I backed out on some of these if I have legitimate reasons. The next was a Topps Finest Rookie Auto, BGS 9.5 Auto 10 of Rousey. I loved this card. It only went for $640. I was willing, again, to go probably close to the $1,000 mark. And I was in the middle of a live stream talking to you guys, and I missed the auction end. And you guys might remember, you might have been sitting there with me, but anyway, I lost that one. And that's when I was really bummed about losing. Next up is going to be a Christian Pulisic 2019 Gold Strike on-card auto. This went for close to $400. It was a PSA 8. I think the auto grade was a 10. And this was a PSA 8. It went to close to $400. I backed out at about the $380 mark because I already had acquired one of these in a BGS 9 Auto 10 from My Slabs. I had picked this up for right around the $400 mark. So a PSA 8, for the same price as what I got a BGS 9 off of on My Slabs of this exact card. I just didn't want to push the $400 mark. I felt like it probably should have went a little bit cheaper. However, these on-card Pulisic autos are rare, and you will see a theme with some Pulisic stuff and with some of the same players that I'm targeting. And again, that's another thing, head over to My Slabs. You never know when you might find a deal on a card. Again, I bought this for $400, and a week later, a PSA 8 went on eBay at auction for more than what I paid for this. So again, check out My Slabs if you haven't checked that platform out yet. And speaking of My Slabs, there's a card that was on My Slabs, but I lost it on eBay, And that might sound funny, but let's get into the story real quick. You've heard me talk about this on my live drive. 2017 Jayson Tatum Select Premier Level Silver PSA 10, pop of like 71, I believe. I first stumbled across the card on My Slabs. The seller wanted $1,300. I shot to eBay to see what comps were at, and it's really hard to find a comp on a pop 71. Not many sales recently. The same card was listed on eBay, the exact same card, same serial number, same photo, so it was the same seller, $1,300 or best offer. So I went over to My Slabs to make the offer because My Slabs takes less commission, 1%. Offered $900. They counter offered me $1,050. I counter offered $950. They then counter offered me $1,050 again. So I knew they were firm at $1,050. I really didn't know if I wanted to go to $1,050. Probably would have went to $1,000. I kept that on my watch list on both platforms. A couple days later on eBay, I saw where it had sold at best offer. So I went to sellthepeak.com, checked out what was taken for the card. The seller ended up accepting $900. $900 on eBay. So you're already looking at $90 in eBay fees before PayPal. So they're already only going to net at most $800 or $810, as opposed to where if they would have took my offer on My Slabs, you know, for $950, they would have only hit a commission of $9.50 prior to PayPal fees. So that one I was a little bit salty on because I really felt like I could have got a good deal on that card had they negotiated with me better on My Slabs. And I don't know what prompted them to take such a low offer on eBay after the fact. But anyway, it's over with. Still $1,000 or so in my pocket. I'll use it on something else. But just a weird story there. And one that stung a little bit because I realized I wish I could have bought that card for $900. Like whoever got it on eBay did. Like I said, I was willing to pay more. Next, we're back up on the Christian Pulisic stuff. This is a 2020 Panini On the Horizon insert. Now, these are kind of like the downtowns and stuff. They come out of the points packs, I believe, Panini points. So they're pretty limited. They're very tough grades. This is in a PSA 9, okay? I love this card. I love the looks of the card. I think come World Cup, with all the patriotic U.S. symbols, that this is going to be a popular card, even though it's not a rookie. U.S. Men's National Team Kit, Liberty Bell, Statue of Liberty, Mount Rushmore, Lincoln Memorial, you know, a bunch of stuff on there that represents the United States. I believe come World Cup, it's going to be a nice card that people are looking to get, especially with the low pops. I lost this one at 600. I believe it was around 650. I'm going to say 630. I don't know why. I lost this around $630. Luckily for me, I had picked one up, you know, a week prior or so for $485. So I picked one up for $485. I lost one at $630, and then the most recent sale I saw just went for like $800. Buy it now. So I'll take a positive and a negative away from this. The negative is that these are out of my price range now. I don't want to pay that much for them. And I want to get more. The positive is I'm already looking at 75% return on this card because I bought in on the card early and it's already going up in value. So positive, negative, I would rather them still be cheaper so I could buy more of them. But, you know, it is what it is. Next up is the NFL 2018 Select Premier Level Silver Baker Mayfield. This went for $431 in a PSA 10. Again, I think that was a great price. If I was there, I think I was busy. I got sidetracked on the beach or something. It ended. Didn't get my bid in. And I don't ever really like to bid early. I know you guys might be saying, why don't you don't want to bid in early? I just really don't like to do that. That's just not my style. But $431, someone got a really good buy on this. The Prism base are going for about that much. And I believe the Prism base going for about that much. This is not only the Premier Level Select, but it's also in a silver. When you look at basketball in relation to those cards, that card should be drawing a premium over Prism base. However, the Prism base pop reports just aren't there for football yet. So the Prism base is still the card. I just believe this is a good value on this card. I missed it. That's fine. There'll be more of these around. It's not like it's super duper rare, but I will be able to find another one if I'm interested. All right, guys, next up is a group of Probstein auctions. And that's already going to tell you right there probably why I didn't win these. I don't like to push hard on Probstein auctions. A lot of times you'll find yourself overpaying due to the fact that there could be some shady stuff going on. Don't know, but hey. Anyway, it was a John Morant 2019 Mosaic Genesis. The card just looked awesome. The Genesis background matches his jersey. It went for $1,900. Just not what I'm willing to pay for that card. Again, these I just threw onto my watch list to see if they went for deals. I wasn't necessarily chasing these cards. I saw them ending on Probstein all around the same time, and I was like, hey, if I could sneak in a deal on one of these, I'll take it. The next one was a John Morant Select Red Disco, numbered out of 49. You guys know how I like the red, or you guys know how I like the disco cards, especially when they're color matched. You can see I picked up a Tyler Hero, numbered out of 49, for just $200. So basically the John Morant was the same card as this. Again, it went for $823, which doesn't seem like a bad price for a card that's numbered out of 49 of John Morant and looks good. If it was blue, maybe. I settled instead for a John Morant blue prism, as you guys have seen. It's not as rare, but I think the color match gives it more appeal. It's not always going to come down to the serial number. You know, this one out of $299. Serial number is great, but serial number and aesthetics, I would prefer to take over just low serial number. It went for $823. I paid about the same amount for the blue silver, even though it's not as rare. But I think when it comes to liquidity and the color match, that it's just a better card in my opinion. And then a Zion Red Disco, numbered out of 49 also. This one went for $2,000. No way I'm pumping out $2,000 for that card right now. Again, I was just looking to see if it slid at a deal. If it went off around $1,100 or $1,200, I would have sneaked myself in there and maybe picked up the card. But just wasn't going at $2,000. Next up, again, we're sticking to the Select Disco 2019, the blue disco, and it was a Rui Hachimura I was watching. And the reason I was watching it is because I already own one. It's numbered out of 25. Now this one, I lost this auction at $320. I had bought this one a couple months back for $275. So I'm like, okay, if I have one at $275, I'm going to watch the other one because there's only 25 of them, and you're not going to see them on eBay that much. So if I can get the second one for a good price, I was going to pick it up. I wasn't going to let it go cheaper than what I paid for this one. However, it went for $320, and I paid $275 for this one. So good to at least see the card selling for more now than what I bought it for a couple months ago. Again, some of this rare stuff holds collectability. I lost this one, but I still have one, so that's fine. We're winding down. A couple more. Last two I want to talk about, and there's a little bit of oddness going on around these auctions. The first one is Jayson Tatum 2017 Optic Hollow. I love this card. I think it's a good value for a liquid parallel of him. I like Jayson Tatum cards. He's actually one thing that I have been tracking on Market Movers. Jayson Tatum. I lost an auction for $915. Now, I pulled out at $850, $850. So I know up until $850 that this was a legit auction. However, the winning bid of $915, the winning bidder account had 0 feedbacks. So I'm thinking to myself, hey, great. This card, actually, I did pick one up. I do have one here. I bought this one for $740. I'll show you guys. $740. I missed the basement at $630. I picked one up at $740. So as you can see, the trajectory on this card is trending up. If I was missing them at $630, then I picked one up at $740. I bid on this one $850. It went for $915. I could be looking at that and saying, great, already $740 I spent. The most recent sales, $915. However, don't be fooled. I'm not going to let myself be fooled. I don't know if that was a legit sale. It just looks like it may have been a shill. I'm not 100% sure, but, you know, indications point to that possibly being a shill auction. And last but not least, I'm going to be talking about a grouping of 2016 Select Christian Pulisic Auto Rookies. Now, I have one here, Select Silver Auto Prism PSA 9 rookie card. This was a grouping of 3 of them, different variations, a green, a silver, and an orange, all differently serial numbered, graded by HGA. Some were 9.5s, one was a 9.0. I'll put them all up here so you guys can see what they were. But again, they were all in HGA slabs. Now, these are rare cards. I was bidding on these on a live stream as well, and you guys might have remembered me talking about them. And as I was bidding, I realized and I thought to myself, these are probably being bid on by collectors in these HGA slabs. It may not necessarily be investors looking to buy these, which means I could outbid an investor if I have more confidence in a card. However, it's hard to outbid a collector. So sometimes think that way. Say, I might be bidding against a collector, and a collector is really going to push hard because they want this card for PC. So that's kind of the mentality I took, and I backed out. Okay, now, the green ended up selling at $710. The silver went for $816, and the orange went for close to $1,100. I lost all three, and that's fine. However, last night as I was searching eBay, these three slabs popped back up on eBay for sale. And it's not like these are common cards, let alone in HGA slabs. It was just, fishy. So I go to them. They've all been relisted at a buy it now / best offer, no longer at auction. So the only thing that I'm guessing is that the seller wasn't happy with what they got at auction. Either they didn't sell them or they showed them themselves, because the buyers on two of the cards was different buyers or different accounts won the cards. So I don't know if the seller was like, hey, I can't send it. The card was lost. The card was damaged. Maybe the seller didn't buy. Who knows? To me, it just seems weird that all three of these cards were not paid for and have been relisted at higher buy it now prices. I did message the seller of these and say, hey, man, I lost all of three of these cards at auction last week. And it's funny how they're all relisted after being sold on successful auctions. I put in quotes. He messaged me back and he said, yeah, I had a bunch of deadbeat. Or no, his original message was, eBay states that the buyer has 4 days to pay, and then I can relist. He goes, I'm sorry if you won, but you didn't pay me within 4 days, so I relisted them. So I messaged him back and I was like, I did not win these. I'm not the person that didn't pay. I said, I did not win these. I bid on these and I lost. I said, and I was just wondering why they were relisted. He then messaged me back and apologized and said, oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were one of my deadbeat buyers. If you're interested in the cards, make me an offer. So I don't know if he's just playing innocent and, acting, or if he got shade and these auctions just didn't go for what he wanted them to go for, and now he's relisted them. I really don't know what to do, don't know what to think. More than likely not going to make him any offers on them unless he's willing to accept an offer at about the same price that the auctions went for. But again, guys, that's my video. That's all I have for the week. I did have a couple successful cards that I was able to show you. Lost some of these exact same cards, won some of these cards. Looking at price point, looking at targets, looking at potential, not getting caught up in impulse, knowing who you may be bidding against, things to take into mind when you decide you want to keep bidding or pull out. Pay attention. Don't be a noob like me and get caught and miss a card that you were willing to pay for. And you just missed the end of the auction. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this. You guys voted it in. Go back and vote on the poll again on one of the remaining 3 choices. So I know what to do next, and maybe I'll pump that video out a little bit quicker than waiting another week for a video. Guys, thanks for checking it out. Join me on my live streams, my live drives in the morning where we chat. Like, subscribe, comment below on some recent eBay auctions that you've either won or lost. I'm curious. What are you guys bidding on? Are you winning? Are you losing? Do you see the market going up? Because if you're losing auctions at good prices, then the market's not dead. Until next time, guys, good luck in your investing, and I will see you later.